let's talk about some arena etiquette. So Andy and I have been going to and from indoor arenas. As you can see, I've even forgotten my gloves in all the constant packing and unpacking. It really sucks, doesn't it? But when you're in an arena with a lot of other people, there is an etiquette that you need to follow. So you would have heard left to left, which was created in the old days because dressage was, of course, created for the military. So the soldiers would have swords on, and if you didn't pass left to left, your swords would get tangled up and bang against the horses, and there'd be mass pile-ups. And you would have seen in warm-ups, it shows that there's mass pile-ups all the time of people crashing. The first thing I can tell you is that when you're in a warm-up, be pleasant. So if you do crash, whoa, boo. If you do crash, say, sorry, my bad. Even if it's not your fault. Don't be one of those people that says, oh my God, watch where you're going. I think in 40-something years of competing, I have never had a go at anybody. I have once said to one lady, you should really hop off and go and lunge that horse, because she'd fallen off twice. The first time she fell off, her horse jumped over my horse's hindquarter. It was Blue's first show. Do you remember that, Andy? And the second time she landed right at my feet and the horse took off bucking, and I said, I really think you should go and lunge your horse. She swore at me and hopped back on again and then got carted off in an ambulance a few minutes later. But anyway, I think what I'm saying is it's really important in an arena, look up, make eye contact, say good morning, hello, how are you? It's not difficult, even if it's somebody that you don't know. You're always polite. Andy and I always manage to be polite. And if you happen to be concentrating and look down and you crash, apologise straight away. So when you're going left to left, before we get into that, if you're walking, do you notice that I'm just off the track? So that gives somebody room to come down the side of me. If somebody's doing a canter pirouette, hop out of their way. It doesn't hurt you. You don't have to be all left to left if somebody's doing an extended canter or a line of one-time changes or is obviously out of control. So the other thing that's really important, if you see a horse that's horse shy, keep an eye on it. And when you see it coming towards you, halt, let them decide which way they're going to go, turn around. It costs you nothing, you know, to make a half halt or a transition to make sure that somebody else doesn't have a bad ride. If you can see that somebody is genuinely really, their horse is very nervous and upset and you're on a quiet horse, go up beside them and say, would you like me to nanny you for 5 minutes? And then the baby or the nervous horse feeds off your horse's calm energy, and then even have a trot and a canter around if you're warming up. Obviously, if you're in, you know, your final warm-up and about to go in for an important test, you're not going to be able to do that. But often, just 5 minutes spent for another competitor gives that horse a great experience as well. And I've often nannied another horse off one of my quiet ones for half an hour. Just say, just follow me everywhere. I'll sit beside them for a little minute till they're okay. I often use Andy's pony to do that. I'll go and saddle him back up and bring Bert out and help some of the youngsters. Anyway, we're all in it together. So when you get in the warm-up, please do be careful. Look up and try to make sure that you're polite and kind to the other riders. If you see a rider that's obviously one of those riders that is just panicking, hating on you, hating on a horse or whatever, just avoid them. Look the other way and don't take it personally if they have a go at you, because when people are ugly, that's about the ugliness inside them. It's nothing to do with you. And Andy grew up with dressage riders, didn't you, darling? At 5 years old, she was out here with all us dried up old raisins being mean. So Andy's learnt just to go water off a duck's back when people are arsey to her. Now, left to left. So that means your left shoulder. Sorry, Andy. Okay, so left to left. That means your left shoulder has to pass the other rider's left shoulder, right? So when I'm on the left rein, the other riders give way to me, right? If I come off the track, they'll be passing me on my right shoulder. Okay, so Andy, if you come toward me, let's change the rein. Oh, I'll come toward you because you're trying to hold the camera and Soxy boy. Just hold there for a minute. Okay, so I'm coming towards Andy, and it's the same in trot and canter. In the walk, give way. You're only walking, so just give way, unless you're in a walk pirouette. So I'm coming toward Andy, and I need to pass you with my left shoulder. So therefore, I give way and pass as my left shoulder goes to your left shoulder. Now, if I come towards you on the other rein, Andy, can you spin around for me, book? Right, so I'm coming towards you. Right, my right shoulder's coming towards you. So I need to leg yield, and I need to get out of your way because the left shoulder's the left shoulder, right? That means I have to pass here again. Now, the best way to practice it is in the walk with somebody like me or Andy that knows the rules and is going to hop out of your way if you make a mistake. Anybody who's sort of under 12, or you can see that they're an amateur that's nervous and is trying and enjoying the sport for the first time, give them some leeway. You know, give them a little bit of room to make a decision so that you can keep them safe. And if you can see that they don't know the rule left to left, don't impose it on it. You can't learn it in 1 minute and crash into them over and over again to prove that left to left has to be the way it's done. Get out of their way for them. If they're not as established a rider as you, help them out. And then if there's an opportunity later when you're not on horses and emotions are high and getting ready, go over and say to them, oh, I noticed that you didn't know to go left to left. And they'll probably say, oh, I do know the rule. I was just shitting myself and couldn't do it. Oh, and guys, not that you can see because I forgot to pack them, we have our own touchscreen gloves now. So jump onto the Etsy store and support buying some gloves. I've made them half the price, so you can get 2 pairs for the price of 1. And we donate the 10% of the profits to horse charities.